thousands of Brits dream of starting new lives in the sun.
This is lovely. That water's so warm.
Drawn by the promise of cheap property and a very different way of life.
Look at the office. Could be worse, couldn't it?
But there's not always time to relax.
This is not something for the faint-hearted.
I don't think it's going to be ready.
As they launch brand new businesses.
I'll definitely enjoy my bed this evening.
Seems like a good idea at the time.
Now we're with a new wave of expats.
All our worldly goods.
Opening restaurants and launching boats in Spain.
She's the admiral, I'm just the captain.
Vineyards and campsites in France.
It was genuinely giving me sleepless nights.
But will it be sweet success?
Puts us on the map, big time.
Or will things turn sour?
We are broke.
And can the latest Brits really find happiness in the sun?
How lucky you are to live here with me.
So lucky.
Today, there's a mix-up in Mallorca.
The company who do the beer don't do the gas, so you can't order the two things at the same time. We have to wait for that. That'll be a day or two.
As a British family battle to open their restaurant on time.
We're a funny family. I think we thrive on stress.
On the Costa del Sol, the Irish bar bursting at the seams on opening night.
Look around you, it's carnage. The bar is a mess.
We've had people that have booked in for a party as well tonight.
We had to say to them, listen, we can't reserve your table because it's just too busy.
Can these rookie bartenders cope?
So it's time to reevaluate and see if we do need staff in here.
And as their new restaurant is about to open...
I can't believe that we're going to be ready by Friday. I just can't see it happening at the moment.
It's an anxious time for two hotel owners in France.
No power, no kitchen opening, no cooking, no guests.
We're using extension cable.
No restaurant, using extension cable.
In the heart of the French Dordogne lies the beautiful Périgord-Limousin Natural Reserve, a large unspoilt regional park that's a haven for hikers and nature lovers. At its edge, surrounded by woodland, stands the small town of Thiviers, the new home of Adrian and Sharon Finch from Norfolk.
We've always loved France. We've always loved the culture of France. The scenery is just fantastic. The weather is fantastic. I think as we were driving down towards Thiviers, and you could see Thiviers, and I remember Adrian saying, this could be our lives from now on. It's just a really relaxed place to live, isn't it? And it's just beautiful.
They run Thiviers' only hotel and are now renovating their restaurant.
Would you like a hoover? A duster? Would you like a polish? Yes. Or a shower? I think you need a shower.
And is there anything you need? We're downstairs.
Oh, you are an Englishman?
Yes, English, yes. An Englishman in France. An Englishman in France, yeah.
With the work reaching its peak, they shut up shop for 4 days. Today, they're returning to check on progress.
And we're back. What are we going to find?
Still standing. I can hear the hoover going.
He's busy hoovering up. Quick, they're coming.
Hello.
Nicolas. Ça va?
Bonjour. Finished.
Fini.
Oui.
Très bien.
It looks really nice. Really brightened it up, hasn't it? You've been busy.
Ready?
Busy.
The building work is being managed by Nicholas, who also happens to be their new chef. He's worked hard to create the right ambience, which will complement his fine French food. From new decor and furniture in the dining room to a little bit of artistic license in the loo.
Qu'est-ce que c'est dans la toilette?
That looks really good.
Oh, that's good. That is really good, Nicholas. Nicholas, I like. Très bien.
And despite not being a professional builder, Nicholas has turned the hotel's tired kitchen into a state-of-the-art professional space, capable of catering for up to 40 guests.
Wow, it's nearly there.
Finished now, isn't it, in here?
I think we'll go away again.
Yeah, we'll do. We can start. We'll give them a few bedrooms to do next.
Actually get some work done when we go away. Yeah, no, he's a good lad. He's a good lad. I mean, you know, he's so adaptable. The fact that he can do all these building bits as well, and he's also a fantastic chef.
Fingers crossed, as they still haven't tried his food yet.
And rapid escapade menu service.
That's lunchtime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his evening meals, yeah. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Really, really impressive.
Gourmet.
I've no idea what half of it is, but it looks really good. So, yeah, looking forward to trying it.
Tivier's got nothing like this anywhere else.
The menu may be impressive, but there's a fly in the soup. The electricity hasn't been reconnected to the restaurant.
That's what I think we're all sweating on. No power, no kitchen opening, no cooking, no guests.
We're using extension
No
cable.
restaurant using extension cable.
It's got to open, it's got to be there.
2 days later, the electrical company finally starts laying an improved power line for Nicholas's new kitchen. To gain access to it, they have to dig up the hotel's car park.
Yeah, these guys have turned up today and they're putting in the electrical supply, which obviously we need to happen. But yeah, this is cutting it all a little bit close to the actual opening and the mess that they've made. So yeah, we're in there clearing up dust once again. 2 days to go.
It'll be a race against time to open at the weekend, both outside and inside the restaurant.
There's nowhere actually that's ready, is there? So remembering that the kitchen actually is open for trade in 2 days' time, and as you can see, there's bits absolutely everywhere. No power.
I can't believe that we're going to be ready by Friday. I just can't see it happening at the moment, so a few fingers need to be pulled out, I think, this afternoon, don't they? And things need to start happening, but we'll get there, C'est la vie.
Mallorca. The population of this tiny Mediterranean island doubles during the summertime as tourists from all over the world flock to its resorts. But there are plenty of interesting business opportunities waiting for enterprising expats, like this popular restaurant for sale in the northern town of Poyensa.
We've got this is the big, nice, spacious bar area. It is hugely popular here with the expat community that we have.
This former flour mill can seat up to 90 people and is on the market for €120,000, the equivalent of a two-bedroom house in Manchester.
This is suitable probably for a husband and wife with a number of staff or even a family who are all interested in making it work.
Just under a mile away from this property, Geordie chef Steve, his wife Claire and children Ellie and Louis have just moved into this former restaurant, which they're planning to turn into their own family-run tapas bar.
I still, when I come around the corner, get a little kick when I see the house. And I think that's, that's a bit of magic, isn't it? You know, I've never lived in a pretty house, but I do now.
That's pretty.
The family moved from Northumberland 6 weeks ago and now live on the upper floor. But the renovation work on the ground floor has fallen behind, so they've had to postpone their opening.
The last few days have been quite stressful. I think we've moved our opening day twice now.
Yeah.
So we've been pushing around, trying to get everything sorted.
We still haven't got all the paperwork, the licences and so on, because it's August and everyone's on holiday. And various suppliers haven't showed up. We were waiting for a rather expensive, huge food mixer, and they have let us down really, really rather badly.
Luckily, there's progress front of house. All the 48 chairs have now been upcycled for the price of 2 tins of paint and 3 rolls of fabric.
We did the chairs, we did the tables. Every single one has been sanded, recovered and painted. And I've done them shabby chic because I want them to look shabby chic. We've really cracked on. I can't, now that I'm looking at it, I can't believe it.
Outside, things are progressing too.
We've built these trellises over here, which we've got a grapevine growing over that and some jasmine going that way. That should make a nice arch. Pool's clean, ready to go. So it's getting there.
And after weeks of debate, the family has finally agreed on the restaurant's name, Finca 49, which is their address in Spanish.
This was the original. These 2 letters taken from Café Sol, previous restaurant. So is this sign, which is designed by Juan Miro, Mallorquin artist for the Spanish Tourist Board.
Steve, Claire and Ellie may be 3 weeks late on their original opening date, but are now hoping to be open in 5 days' time.
Venga.
Ah, perfecto. Son 2 y 2 y unos 4 envases, porque la primera...
Vale.
The soft drinks have finally turned up, but they're still waiting for a delivery of beer, wine and spirits.
We're going to need a boatload more. We need some beer and a keg, and all the usual gubbins for a bar.
Vale.
Muchísimas gracias.
Dios, qué bien.
Hasta luego.
We were set back by the things we hadn't envisaged having to do, so that's really taken it out of us. But we're a funny family. I think we thrive on stress.
Claire and the rest of the family are still in good spirits, despite the lack of spirits and having missed out on some of the busy summer trade.
We're a month behind, so it's not perfect. It's not exactly how we want it, but it is how it is. I seem to be saying this more and more. It is how it is. That's how it is.
As they race to finish their prep, can they catch the second half of the lucrative summer season? The western Costa del Sol is considerably less built up than the busy eastern end and features many unspoilt traditional Spanish fishing villages. One of these is San Luis de Sabanillas, which is so close to Africa that it can be seen very clearly across the water.
There's times where we come out of the apartment and just go, wow, can you believe we live here?
Gibraltar is 20 minutes to the west of us, and Malaga is an hour to the east. We've got one of the nicest beaches in the whole of the Costa del Sol. We just love it. We really do just love it here.
20-something fiancés Mihol and Danielle from Northern Ireland spent all their savings to turn a derelict cafe on the seafront into an Irish pub. After a trial run last week, today is their grand opening.
So it's just time to make it official that McGuinness's, the Irish bar, is now open. It's absolutely beautiful out here, but a wee bit breezy. But who wouldn't love it? Look where we work, look where we live. It's amazing.
It's been all hands to the pump for the last 48 hours. Mihol's finally tidied up the electrical fittings, while Danielle's putting the finishing touches to the front of house to make sure the place looks its best.
It's been a late night this past few nights. Didn't get to bed at 3 o'clock last night, 2:30 the night before, so we're just getting things prepped and all, you know, for later on today. So hopefully it's going to be a good day.
And the final piece of the puzzle is about to be put in place. The local sign writer and expat Mick the Brush has turned up to hang up the bar sign.
It's going to be great actually seeing it up there. It's been lying on the floor this past few days, but yeah, I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's all done.
With only 2 hours before the bar opens, Mick had better work fast. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Irish expat Helen is prepping her ingredients for today's taster menu.
We just want to give people a sort of sample taste of what we're actually doing here. Some of the Irish food, we're going to do some like loaded potato skins. We're going to do a very Northern Ireland thing which we call potato scallops, which is actually some quite thin slices of potato done in beer batter and fried. And of course the infamous chocolate brownies to tempt our little Spanish neighbours' sweet tooths.
Tonight will be the first time that Mihol and Danielle's bar serves any food. But it's also a first for Helen. Cooking is her hobby. She used to be a bank cashier.
I moved because, well, the bank offered early retirement and I'd always wanted to move to somewhere warm and sunny, and it was just the ideal opportunity, so I took it and ran.
After the final touches are done...
Looking good.
They can only cross their fingers and hope that some customers turn up.
It's all systems go now within the next hour or two, so it's going to be a good day.
And as soon as they open their doors, a large group of local residents turn up.
There you are now, guys.
Within half an hour, there's already a queue at the bar.
The community spirit here is just crazy, and that's the type of thing that is going to make us stay here and keep us here.
With the drinks going down well in the 30-degree heat, Helen's doing the rounds with free brownies.
We'll come right with some savoury stuff shortly. Just give you a wee taster of what we're doing and the way the food on the menu.
And there's one customer that nobody's expecting. Mihol's mother, Catherine, who's secretly flown over from Northern Ireland.
My mum turned up ridiculous. Like, I talked to her last night, everything was fine, normal. We've a very close relationship. I'm her youngest and just amazing. Just made this day amazing. Thank you very much.
I'm so proud of them. I really am proud of them that they've got this far, and I'm wishing them every success. Both him and his fiancée Danielle.
2 hours after opening, and the pub is getting even busier. Perhaps a bit too busy.
Hang on, I've been waiting ages. Sorry, guys.
Empty glasses are piling up, and they've run out of some drinks already.
Just look around you, it's carnage. The bar is a mess.
We've had people that booked in for a party as well tonight.
So we had to say to them, listen, we can't reserve your table because it's just too busy.
And we're slowly but surely running out of alcohol.
As more and more people come to the door, Mihol and Danielle are struggling to cope.
We've run out of wine, vodka, tonic water, so we gotta go. I gotta go get more, so we've asked one of our friends, Paula, to go jump in behind the bar to help Danielle, so we're away to get more.
After running out of supplies 2 hours into their first shift, will Mihol manage to save the day? At Tivier's only hotel, it's the start of a busy week for owners Adrian and Sharon.
So we've got a big group of 12.
So yeah, it's fantastic. So busy times.
Yes.
So we'll check you all in.
Guests are hoping to dine at the hotel's new restaurant, run by chef Nicholas, but they're still waiting for power to connect to their new kitchen.
Supposed to connect in the power today, but he says there's a problem. I don't know what the problem is. He's on the phone now.
He just doesn't need this. It's not fair because he's worked so hard.
If the electricity is not connected soon, Adrian, Sharon and Nicholas might have to scrap their big opening party with 40 guests in 48 hours' time.
He hasn't yet used any of his equipment, so they've not tested it because they've not got the electricity to it. So they've got to test the ovens, everything. He's got in the fridges, everything.
So it does mean that if he doesn't have power, we won't be opening the restaurant on time.
C'est ce qu'il faut, vous me rassurez.
But it seems that Nicholas's incessant pleading with the electrical company might be paying off.
Bah, mais du moment que j'ai l'électricité demain, c'est bon.
Demain. L'électricité demain. C'est bon? Demain? L'électricité demain?
Yes. Il y a eu du stress là, beaucoup de stress.
The news is a relief, and it means that Nicholas, Adrian and Sharon should be able to hold their official opening party the day after tomorrow.
But the look on his face, I thought it was going to be worse news than that. I thought it was going to be pushing back the opening, but it's not. That's the first time I've seen him looking really worried. He looked worried.
The following day...
Kitchen's all ready, electric's on, so we're ready to go. We have the luminaire.
With the power finally connected, the opening party can take place in just 24 hours' time. But there's still the small matter of feeding tonight's hotel guests. With Nicholas busy finishing the wine cellar, the task falls on resident chef Sharon.
Nicholas has said we can cook in his kitchen tonight, so what I've got to do now is, this morning we took everything out of the kitchen, took it all upstairs to our apartment. Now I have to go get everything from the apartment and bring it down.
For her last ever shift as a cook, Sharon will be assisted by daughters Jodie and Becky.
So tonight, Adrian's been told to keep out the way. So Jodie and Becky are commis chefing tonight. We're going to do some sort of fruit salad, so I've got some peaches, so they can be sliced up.
For Sharon, it's a crash course in coping with the fancy new kitchen.
There's all sorts of things in here. What's that? Oh, I suppose that's for menus, isn't it? So this tonight is just chicken with mushrooms in a Dijon sauce, and I forgot to buy the mushrooms, so...
Sharon had better concentrate a bit more, especially as an unexpected guest has turned up at reception, and he wants dinner too.
One moment.
Just had a customer walk in. It's 7 o'clock now.
So something he hasn't booked, he's just trying to get a booking on the off chance. So, but he also wanted dinner, and of course dinner's well underway, so it's whether we've got enough stuff.
It's just frustrating when you're trying to cook and they come in at all different times. I'm not used to that.
The last-minute addition has put pressure on Sharon's final shift as head chef.
Wine, I need white wine. Jodie, I need some white wine for this. I'm not going to miss doing this at all, because it'd just be nice to have our lives back, just have some evenings. Like, we've got all the family over at the moment, and we just feel really kind of compromised because we're having to work, but they're all really good. They know we run in a hotel as well.
So there's just enough food to go around, but minus those mushrooms. Will it be any good?
This will be interesting.
Voila. Oh, look at that. Oh, votre repas, tagliatelle, poulet avec moutarde. Excellent.
Last one. Never see chicken in mushroom tagliatelle again.
This is very good.
I think you did a great job. Fantastic job.
And actually it turned out to be a very nice meal.
Customers seem very, very happy.
Absolutely delicious.
Simple, but very good.
And they want to know, can you do it all again tomorrow night?
No, that's down to Nicholas tomorrow.
Reluctant chef Sharon has managed to impress today's customers.
Good.
Tomorrow, Nicholas will take over for the restaurant's all-important official opening. In the Spanish town of Sabanias, it's the official launch party for Mihal and Danielle's Irish bar. But just 2 hours after opening, they've already run out of a key ingredient.
Mihal's been at the shop because we run out of wine, so yeah, I'm here to mind the fort on my own.
Got 5 bottles of white wine, a couple of bottles of red, 2 bottles of vodka, 18 bottles of tonic for the gin lovers. So yeah, that should keep us stocked up for tonight.
But that's not the only problem. With just 2 people serving, they're struggling to clear up after their customers. So Danielle has had to rope in extra help.
One of the singer's sons are helping, they're twins, so they're helping pick up glasses and stuff, emptying ashtrays and wiping tables down, which has been a big help. So we were planning on letting them go then at like 6 o'clock, but it doesn't look like anyone's for leaving anytime soon.
The extra help means that Mihal and Danielle managed to get everything back under control.
I think to try and give a good service, because people are going to get a bit, annoyed waiting and, all that sort of stuff.
And as closing time approaches, they have some very satisfied customers.
I came around the corner, I couldn't believe how crowded it was. I've not seen a bar this crowded in Sabanias. I think 10 years we've been here. I don't know where the people come out from, whether they're locals or whether some of them are tourists. If they can make it a regular thing, then they will become a bar of choice for a lot of people.
They've got the people in. The atmosphere is tremendous. The best ever we have. We've been here 7 years, and we've never seen anything like this here. And it's just been great.
Mihal and Danielle's Irish bar seems to have struck just the right note in Sabanias, so much so that it's taken them a bit by surprise.
Things have gone better than expected. Fingers crossed it stays that way and it's not just a little novelty. Well, if we keep going like this, like busy like this, then we're going to get staff in, you know, and my sister's going to come over in the summer and help out, or my brothers, there's 7 of us in my family, so plenty of hands, you know.
But more staff means more outgoings. So when the bar closes tonight, it will be thinking time for Mihol and Danielle.
You know what? Who knows what tomorrow will bring? Who knows what the next day will bring? We thought for our first 12 months, it would just be us two. So it's time to reevaluate and see if we do need staff in here. Get us over the weekend, we'll have a chat on Monday, and we'll see where we can go.
With the busy summer months yet to come, can they cope with the rush? In Poyensa, northern Mallorca, there's great news at Steve and Claire's soon-to-be-open tapas restaurant.
Fridge full of beer. Got coffee. I've got my pumps. So, yeah, bar, pretty good. I'm happy now.
The arrival of the spirits should allow them to finally open to the public this weekend, a month later than they originally thought. Time for Chef Steve to perfect his menu.
Well, the kitchen's coming on. We've also got to learn how to use the kitchen. That one works, that one works. That one, the pilot light works. That one doesn't work at all. And that one is on and off.
Despite a few niggles, today is an important day for Steve.
So we're going to try some salads out for, hopefully we'll find some customers like from the shops around about and see what they think of these, because we need to sort of start testing a few things out. Hopefully it's going to be a bit different for people over here.
Back home, Steve's business was voted one of the UK's top 10 tapas bars. But it's altogether tougher trying to replicate his successes in the country that invented tapas.
I've always liked cooking. My parents were always good cooks. This is kind of the genesis of the kind of food that we're going to be cooking, which is it's a bit sort of Mexican, it's a bit sort of Middle Eastern in a way, with a lot of fruit. If you just kind of go with watermelon, mint, lemon, it's kind of heading towards a dessert. So with the coriander, we're starting to pull it back a bit towards a savoury dish. And I think we need more feta cheese in it. Balance is wrong.
Steve likes experimenting with unusual ingredients and cooking styles, and his tapas dishes have always been his own take.
I like to surprise people. I like people to surprise themselves and eat things that perhaps they think, I don't know.
I don't like that.
I need some tongs. Not used to where anything is in this place yet.
Next, Steve is preparing another of his trademark dishes, a Cuban sandwich made with cheese, ham and mustard.
It's half toasted, half fried. Probably not the healthiest thing in the world, but it's delicious. It's kind of what we want to cook here, is what I call posh, dirty food.
Steve's never happier than when he's in the kitchen creating, so he should be getting a little buzz from that. I think today we've turned a corner, I really do.
We're using great ingredients, but there's nothing very sophisticated about it. It takes quite a lot of work, and you need to know what you're doing.
With all their money invested in the restaurant, it's vital that today's trial dishes produce some positive comments.
It's always very nerve-wracking starting a place. And what we're trying to do here is kind of different from most of the places around here. Right now, it all seems very exciting. This is my kind of sandwich, I've got to tell you, this is fantastic. There we go, Cubanos with little string fries. Let's go and see if we can try these out on some customers.
And here comes Steve's guinea pigs.
A bunch of people who work next door in the supermarket have very reluctantly kind of got over their shyness and agreed that they might come and try something. Spanish are generally, or typically anyway, thought to be really conservative about what they eat. And it's always, it's ham, it's cheese, or it's ham and cheese, or cheese and ham. So, or squid. Hopefully we can convince them that this is worth trying.
Good luck.
Venga.
Lo que no me gusta la mostaza.
Mostaza, demasiado mostaza para ti.
No, no me gusta.
No le gusta nunca.
Oops, some of the punters aren't too convinced by Steve's sandwich.
He says the wine's good. He's not sure about the sandwich.
Will the watermelon salad go down any better?
Bueno. Bueno.
Very good.
Cerveza tengo. Should have made more.
Muy, muy bueno. Perfecto.
Well, that went pretty well, I think. Especially young Spanish. Try something different and basically pretty much wholeheartedly go, yeah, bueno. Yeah, it's a good start. Nobody said it's horrible.
The menu's looking good so far, but back at the bar there's a problem bubbling with the newly installed beer pumps.
The company who do the beer don't do the gas, so you can't order the two things at the same time. So we've got the beer, we didn't know that, assuming the gas would come because that's the thing you need to make it work. No, we have to wait for that. That'll be a day or two. So hopefully the gas will come.
With opening just 3 days away, they can do without more bad news.
To be honest, at this exact moment, whether we open tonight, tomorrow or Saturday night, it is what it is. You think you know catering and then you come here and it's like setting up in Mars.
After so many knockbacks, will this family finally see their restaurant dream realised? It's June at the only hotel in Tivier, run by Norfolk couple Adrian and Sharon.
We'll check you all in.
And today there's a buzz in the air.
It's the first night of the restaurant opening, the new restaurant. Yeah, so that's where you'll all be eating. I'll just take you and show you your rooms.
After 2 months of intensive renovations, today Sharon, Adrian and Chef Nicholas are launching the town's newest gourmet restaurant.
The mayor, I think, is going to be here.
Generally influential people within the area, businessmen, etc., that hopefully will go away and actually talk about what a wonderful restaurant it is and how they must rush out and do bookings straight away.
Impressing tonight's guests will be vital. It's over to 26-year-old Chef Nicholas and his new team to wow them with their fine French food.
He's got all his team with him tonight, which is nice to see them all working together. So
It's the first time they've actually worked together, isn't it? But they're professionals. They know what they're doing. C'est bon? Oui? Everything okay? Good. It all looks very relaxed in here. It's not this relaxed when Sharon and I are doing the cooking. Yes, yes, chef.
Everybody knows what he has to do.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
I'm okay.
Taking care of the 40 guests expected tonight will be the front of house team, which includes head waiter Laurent.
I feel very good. I'm waiting my guests, who should arrive in 30 minutes.
Adrian and Sharon have invited many locals for the launch, and they'll be joined by all the guests at the hotel, which is fully booked.
We're full, the hotel's completely full. In fact, we've actually had 3 phone calls. We've had 3 phone calls for bookings, and we've had to say, unfortunately, there's no room at the inn, which is a sad thing to have to do, but hopefully that'll be the sign of things to come.
Today's such a big event for Sharon and Adrian that their children have flown in from America and Spain to celebrate and have brought their own family.
What are these on your shirt?
Sailboats.
Sailboats. They're twirling.
But they're not the only special guests.
The mayor has arrived. There was talk about him coming, but he has actually just arrived. He's the gentleman in the blue shirt with the 2 children. Yeah, the mayor of Tivier. We are honoured. This puts us on the map, big time. Bonjour. Bonjour. Oh, bonsoir. Bonsoir.
Everything's under control.
Yeah.
If it's not under control, pretend it is under control.
Yeah, absolutely. Very important lesson. Okay, of course.
So they're just having a quick look in the kitchen. But, he's a lovely man and his family.
It looks like Monsieur le Maire is impressed. And as the canapés are served, a big moment is approaching for Sharon.
Yeah, well, I thought it'd be quite nice. I don't quite know why, but I thought it'd be quite nice to do just a very short speech for Nicholas, just to show that we appreciate what he's done. But I decided to do it in French, and I can't speak French, so I should have a big glug of wine beforehand, which apparently is the way to do it. We'll see how it goes.
Good luck.
Adrien et moi, nous sommes si heureux de vous faire participer à notre aventure. Et aujourd'hui, Nicolas, chef, c'est votre rêve devenu réalité pour vous. Souhaitons tout le mieux.
Merci.
Salut.
It's crunch time, but with so many people here, there's no place in the restaurant for Adrian and Sharon. Sampling Nicholas's food will have to wait.
We unfortunately, we're not eating in the restaurant tonight. We have family over. We have daughter from America with her husband and one of the sons up from Spain, and so we're treating them to a meal. Interesting to see what they think.
Nicholas serves his first course of grilled asparagus. But how's it going down with the guests, including Adrian and Sharon's family?
Amazing.
It's been fantastic so far.
Yeah, really good.
The quality is just a different level.
A resounding success for Nicholas. It seems like all the hard work has finally paid off.
Nicholas is the real deal. It's very cool.
With the opening night a hit, it's the first step towards Nicholas making a success of the restaurant, as well as reducing Sharon and Adrian's workload.
My dad, he's been working for the same company his whole life. It's something that he said he wanted to do for a long, long time. And the fact that he actually did it and he's made a success out of it is outstanding. And Sharon as well, we're very proud of them. I think they should be incredibly proud of themselves.
A few days later, and the new restaurant is already proving popular. It's been fully booked twice, and Chef Nicholas is over the moon.
It's the summer, a lot of tourists, a lot of English. Yeah, it's good.
But today, with no lunch service, the chef has decided to treat Adrian and Sharon, as well as his family, to a private dinner to finally give them a chance to properly sample his food.
Yeah, we'll have some wine. Unless you look like I don't know.
Cucumber with the cream cheese in it. Yeah. Roast cheese. And then you've got a little toast with a tapenade. Olive tapenade with anchovies. Tomato gazpacho.
Wow.
With cream cheese.
Wow.
What will they think?
Is it like a cream? Cream. That's really good.
Despite only dining in the restaurant after the opening, the food has truly bowled over Adrian and Sharon.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, that's a fantastic meal.
And this is the first time they've actually seen the restaurant open and got to enjoy a meal here. But Nicholas did a great job. The food was absolutely out of this world. So yeah, absolutely delighted.
But they need to keep the bookings coming to attract more clients to their hotel.
Fantastic.
In the Spanish town of San Luis de Sabanillas, it's a week after opening at McGuinness's and trade is still booming.
Busy this morning. It's been actually ridiculous. You don't really know what to expect whenever you're opening the door because it's nice and quiet here in the mornings. People just out walking their dogs and stuff. So yesterday was our quietest day and we were still rushed off our feet. So today's has actually just been mental, really. It's all positive vibes. Isn't that right?
Yep.
To keep costs down, Mihal and Danielle have decided not to take on more staff yet, but the late nights and early starts are taking their toll.
I'm exhausted already. Very hot, but can't complain, you know.
They've only had one day off since they moved to Spain 8 weeks ago, and they spent most of that asleep.
I woke up at like 11. We went for lunch with Mihal's mum and then went back to bed at 3 and didn't wake up till 9 at night, and then I went back to bed at 11 and slept through again, so must have needed it. I had aches and pains in my feet and my legs and everything, but has to be done.
The summer season is starting, and Sabanillas is only going to get busier.
It's not a bad wee bar, like, you know, it had a bad wee history, but I think we're trying to turn that around now and create like a nice wee Irish bar. We don't even have a TV in there because we just wanted to be a nice wee social bar.
But as the breakfast menu merges into lunch...
McGuinness burger with onion rings? Thank you.
The strain of a week of 17-hour days is starting to show.
kitchen is flat out, and she's only after running out of mushrooms too.
They're amazing.
I suppose it's not a bad complaint when you run out of something. Because we've run out of lemons too, actually, so I need to get them to deliver lemons.
But the kitchen is soon struggling to keep up with the orders.
Again, I'm so sorry about the wait, guys.
No, sorry for the wait, guys. Toast is on the way, okay?
And the customers outside are starting to grow impatient.
We have a tiny wee kitchen, so we're still finding our feet. So I think in a couple of weeks, once we get, once you get into your groove, it was a long wait, and I do apologise about that.
Luckily, Mihal has a plan to keep his customers satisfied.
I'm wanting to make a good impression. We've just offered them, complimentary brownies just to sort of keep the peace between everybody. We're going to go out and see how they react to our brownies that Helen has made. No problem.
And it looks like the brownies might have worked a bit of Irish magic.
The food was lovely. Genuine, like sausage, bacon, beans. And we had to wait quite a long time for it, but it was a really nice meal when we got it. Yeah, they've clearly got some things to sort out, and it's very new. But the food, it didn't change the food. The food was lovely, so I think that's important.
Yeah, I didn't mind the wait because it meant I got 3 pints in.
At the end of another busy service, Mihal and Danielle take time to reflect on a great first week.
There's quite a few improvements. Obviously, it's only been our first week, so I've never worked in a bar or restaurant before. Mihal has. Mihal will have the crack with anybody, whereas I'm kind of a closed book, so I need to be a bit more social and engaging, really.
But listen, we're a week old today, and so we have had a miracle with how busy we've had. So I'm not expecting miracles on our service, so we will get there. I'm not worried about that whatsoever, and I think people will understand. Once they taste the food and the food's nice, they'll know that the service will come afterwards.
And as the bar fills up again for the beginning of their evening service, can they cope with such an unrelenting schedule as the summer season gets busier and busier? Next time, Mihal and Danielle lose a key staff member.
Things have been a bit intense in the kitchen. We didn't realise how busy we were going to be.
Sharon and Adrian call for backup.
We have got a young girl coming out to help us. Can't come quick enough.
Can the rescue party cope?
Lots of responsibility having the keys to the hotel, and I'm not entirely sure where they are right now.
And Stephen and Claire finally open.
It's great to have some people in, hoping there's some food.
But things don't go to plan.
It was literally 2 minutes. We have one very burnt side.